Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see behind me here, we've got a Seadoo GTR 230, and what we're going to be doing to this week is mounting a Lowrance Elite FS7, and we are going to be mounting that on the right hand side wing mirror with one of our custom wing mirror mounts. And today we're going to be showing you how to install this, so we'll go ahead and get stuck into it. So first of all, we want to come in here, open the front hatch. Underneath this panel on the inside, there will be a little black clip just above that other clip that you can see protruding through. And that clip at the top is the one we want to take off this side. That's just that clip just locks this piece of trim in position. And we want to remove the seats down this end. And then there will be a T30 bolt here. We want to go ahead and remove that. Once we've got those two out, we want to come up here. There's another T30 screw there and another one there. Once we've undone those, pull up on that panel and we can remove that panel. Just set that aside. So once we've undone that top panel there, removed that, done the clip from the front, and the T30 screw on the back, we can slide this whole panel backwards and remove it. We just want to set that to the side. So now we've got that panel removed, we can see more of the inside of the ski here. And the last bit we have to take off is this wing mirror cover, and that's got a bolt underneath, but to get to that bolt you actually have to remove this whole top cowling piece. And the way we remove that is we look under here and there's a slot there, and you need to get a screwdriver up in there, and there's a tab that you need to release, and then this whole section will move up. There's the same on the other side, so we'll go ahead and do that. So we just want to come in the bottom here. Can be a little bit hard to find the clip. There we go, it releases that. And then if you actually lift it up high enough and give it a bit of a twist, it'll pop off the other side too. So that is our wing mirror panel. And then you see on the underside of our wing mirror cover, there is a M8 bolt there, so we want to go ahead and remove that bolt. As you can see here, we've got the wing mirror cover removed on the right hand side. Just that one little 8mm bolt. And then there's these 3 tabs on the wing mirror, and you just slide it off. Can be a little bit tricky to get off. Normally these front 2 tabs come off, and then this third one up here you have to sort of get it on a bit of an up higher angle and pull down like that, but just keep playing around with it and you'll get it eventually. So the next thing we want to do is we just want to remove this mirror glass, and that's just stuck on with double-sided tape, and it makes it a lot easier if you get a heat gun. You just heat this up and it makes everything nice and soft, and it should peel right off. So once we've heated this mirror glass up, you should just be able to get in behind there, just very lightly pry it, and you should hear the tape coming away. Obviously don't want to use something too sharp that you're going to break the glass with. So yeah, there's the mirror glass removed. You just want to set that aside. You can see there, that's the double-sided tape that they used to put it on. Now that we've got this piece ready for the bracket, we want to get the bracket here, and the bracket will basically sit in there like that. There's the 1, 2, 3 holes that the bracket will line up with, and this hole here we just want to run a 6.5mm drill bit all the way down, out through the bottom, out through there, and this one here a 6.5mm drill bit through there as well. Now that we've got ourselves up to the point of fitting this bracket on there, we need to come in here, and this edge here we need to trim down to the level of this post. So we need to trim about 10 mm off, and it gets a little bit higher down this end, all the way from this edge right across to that edge. And with this little hole down here, we just need to trim away this little raised area just around that hole so that our bracket can fit flat down there. So I'll go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. Now, first of all, this little raised edge, you can probably come in here with pliers, grab a hold of it and twist. As you can see now, I've got this edge trimmed down to about level with that. I might need to come in a little bit more down this end, but I just want to go ahead and sit our bracket in there. We actually just have to trim off this little high point here as well, just so that that's also level. So as you can see now, we've got that bracket sitting in there nicely, and of course we just want to go through and drill out these two holes here to 6.5 mm. And from memory, we might almost have to come through on here and drill this hole and that hole up to 6.5 mm also, so we'll do that. So once you've got this bracket fitting in position with all the parts trimmed that need to be trimmed, you can come to the front here and just get a marker pen and mark around the inside of that hole, and that hole can be drilled out, and that is where your wiring will run through. And so we need to go ahead and drill that hole, but we just need to keep in mind the size of the wiring on our plugs, because obviously that hole is going to come through around about here somewhere, and there is also this second lining of plastic there too. So we just want to move across a little bit and come down towards this bottom edge as much as possible, and that'll give us enough room to get our plug through there. Some units, like the Garmin units, have really small plugs, but the Lowrance, the plugs are about 25 mm in diameter, so we need quite a large hole for them. So once you've got your top cowling piece all trimmed, ready for the bracket, you can go ahead and set that back in position. You want to make sure you've already run your wiring through. Got the power wire and the transducer wire there, and I'll just run them down the vent tube. So we want to set this back in position. Clip down on that side. And then in here there'll be a little bit of a gap, which is a good place to run your wiring for your fish finder. And then we want to go through feed the wiring up. Up through the top of the hole, make sure we've got enough coming out here. That should be plenty for what we need. That's all clipped back down. We want to run our wiring through the bracket. So our shortest bolt, the 25-30mm bolt, we want to drop down in that hole. The 70mm bolt will be going in this hole here, and the 60mm bolt will be going in this hole here. So we will go ahead and install those now. As you can see here, we've got the bolts installed, and this is the way that you need to orientate them. So this one here, you need the head on the top, just for clearance of the wing mirror cover. And then obviously the nut and washer on the bottom. And this one on the outside is the opposite. I like to put the head of the bolt down the bottom just because it likes to sit a bit better on that angled surface compared to the nut when you're trying to tighten it up. So I like to put the nut on the top there, and then obviously that one goes down through that hole without a washer, and there is just a nut on the bottom of there. So yeah, we've got that all tightened up, and now that we've got the wiring where we want it, we can go ahead and reinstall these T30 bolts there and there, and then start reinstalling our panels as well. Once we've got this all bolted back together and we know we're finished with everything inside there, you want to get your wing mirror cover, and you need to trim about 10mm off the length of that post there, just so that it can sit nicely down into that hole. And then we want to go ahead, get the 3 tabs back in position. Give it a push. Now it pretty much looks like it was meant to be there. If you want to remove this, we don't need a bolt going up from the underneath anymore. We just pull up on that inside edge, get it out of that hole, and then undo these tabs at the front. So yeah, once we've got that all clicked back into position, we can carry on installing the fish finder. So as you can see now, we've got side panel reinstalled, this top panel reinstalled, and our fish finder bracket all mounted up. The wiring's run through. We've got our splash guard on the back of there, the wing mirror covers back on there, so it leaves you with a nice tidy installation. And this will easily take a 9-inch fish finder as well. It's quite a strong bracket. So yeah, we'll go ahead, finish installing the head unit. We just have to extend the power wiring and the fuse down to the battery, which is down there, and then run our transducer. We're just going to silicon this transducer in the hull. This guy doesn't do a lot of fishing, and he's does a lot of touring and water sports, so he doesn't want anything hanging off the back, and he wants to be able to drag the ski up on the beach as well. So yeah, so siliconing that into the hull. There's a place down the spot you can get pretty good results on these hulls, so I'll go ahead and do that, and that'll be the installation done. So that's it guys, I've just gone ahead and finished the installation on this 2020 GTR. So that's the Lowrance Elite FS7 with one of our splash guards on the back, mounted on our wing mirror bracket, which is a nice sturdy bracket. It'll be fine for up to a 9-inch. Yeah, nice off to the side of the dash. The unit's all powered up. Good to go. Just did a software update on that unit as well. So there was a new software release. Yeah. So that's it guys, all these parts will be available on www.gcjetskifishing.com, and these are universal brackets, so they'll accept any brand of fish finder.